Long ago, in the heart of the eastern part of Nigeria, there was a village called Aguda. Aguda was famous for its masquerades, its yam festivals, and above all, its forest called Obodomiri, the Forest of Waters. Elders warned children never to wander into Obodomiri after sunset, for strange voices echoed within, and even the bravest hunters feared its shadows. But what made the forest most mysterious was the sound of a drum that played by itself at midnight. They called it the talking drum. It was said that whoever followed the drumbeat into the forest would either discover untold riches or never return again. One day, the village was shaken by scandal. The chief's only daughter, Adaze, had disappeared. The young men swore she had been taken by spirits. Some whispered that she had eloped with a secret lover. Others claimed the talking drum had called her. Her father, Chief Okonkwo, was furious and promised 20 goats and 10 bags of cowries to anyone who could find her. That same night, the talking drum began to beat louder than ever before, echoing across the hills like a heartbeat. Among the villagers was a cunning young man named Ebuka. Ebuka was known for his sharp tongue, his restless curiosity, and his habit of chasing after married women. He had once been caught sneaking into the hut of a wealthy trader's wife, and narrowly escaped with his life. Many distrusted him, but Ebuka was brave or foolish enough to follow the sound of the drum. With only a cutlass and a palm oil lamp, he entered Obodomiri. The deeper he went, the stranger the forest became. Trees seemed to whisper his name, owls hooted in eerie harmony, and the ground felt soft, like it was breathing beneath his feet. At last, he reached a clearing, and there in the center stood a giant drum taller than a man. It played itself with invisible hands, and the rhythm was intoxicating. But what Ebuka saw next made his jaw drop at ease. The missing daughter was there, dancing around the drum, her eyes closed, her movements wild. And she was not alone. Standing with her was none other than her father's closest friend, Elder Namdi, a man old enough to be her grandfather. He was bare-chested, his body smeared with chalk, chanting incantations. The scandal was unimaginable. The chief's respected friend, secretly meeting with his daughter in the forbidden forest. Ebuka almost shouted, but he stayed hidden behind a tree. He watched as Elder Namdi touched the drum, and it stopped beating. The forest fell silent. Then Ade spoke in a voice that wasn't hers. It was deeper, ancient. She revealed the truth. The talking drum was not just an instrument, but a spirit, and it demanded a sacrifice every generation. Elder Namdi had been secretly feeding the drum for years, first with goats, then with slaves, and now he had chosen Ades. But Ades, possessed by the drum, revealed another shocking truth. Elder Namdi wasn't just a worshiper of the forest spirits. He was the reason Chief Okonkwo's first wife had died mysteriously years ago. He had poisoned her palm wine to gain influence over the chief. Ebuka's eyes widened. This was bigger than he thought. But just as he prepared to sneak away, he stepped on a dry stick. Crack! The sound echoed. Eddie's head snapped toward him, her eyes glowing white. Elder Nambi roared, "Who is there?" Ebuka tried to run, but roots rose from the earth and tripped him. The drum began to beat again, faster and louder, and he felt his body drag toward it. Just when he thought he was finished, Ades collapsed, screaming. The spirit within her turned on Elder Namdi. The drum accused him of greed and betrayal, saying he had taken more than his share of sacrifices. In one terrifying moment, the drum's invisible hands dragged Namdi into its hollow body. His screams echoed, then silence. The old man was gone. Ades fainted, and Ebuka managed to carry her out of the forest. By morning, when they reached the village square, the scandal erupted. The chief wept when he heard the tale, but Ebuka cleverly twisted the story. Instead of revealing everything, he said he alone had fought the evil spirit of the forest and saved Ades. The villagers hailed him a hero. Songs were sung in his name. Chief Okonkwo promised him riches, and whispers began that perhaps Ebuka would marry Ades. But the scandal did not end there. A few nights later, when Ebuka lay in his hut, the talking drum returned. He awoke to the sound, not from the forest, but inside his own compound. The drum spoke directly to him. You betrayed the truth for glory. Now you belong to me. From that day, Ebuka could no longer sleep at night. His eyes grew hollow, and villagers whispered that when he walked, they could hear the faint sound of a drum following behind him. Some said he eventually vanished into a Bodomiri, claimed by the drum-like Mini before him. Others claimed he became the new secret priest of the forest, feeding it sacrifices in exchange for wealth. To this day, in Aguda, they say when the talking drum beats at midnight, it is Ebuka warning the living of secrets too scandalous to remain buried. And whenever chiefs grow too greedy or daughters too reckless, the drum reminds the village that no matter how sweet the scandal, the forest always collects its price.